welcome back to another video. Oh my gosh guys, welcome back to another video. So in this video I am going to do 10 of my favorite movies that are on Netflix. So it's going to be 10 my top 10 Netflix movies. Obviously I do have more, but I just wanted to bring it down to 10, and so I am just going to start coming backwards. So my number 10 is Love, Wedding and Repeat. So in this movie, my long lost lover Sam Claflin, like his voice, guys, there is a God, and it is such an amazing movie. Basically, the long story short, the movie's obviously romance. His sister's getting married, and then the sister's ex comes into town and threatens to ruin the whole wedding, that whole shebang. Basically shows you how one person's decision can affect everyone. So it's a pretty good movie. I wouldn't go to the cinema for it though, like, let's be honest, but it's a good movie. And my number nine is actually an old movie, but I just love the storyline. It's not a real movie, so it's not a true movie, but I just love it. The first time I watched it, I did not believe the outcome. I was like, wait, what? I had a bit of a feeling, but I was just like, okay. So my number 9 is The Tourist. I love binge watching The Tourist. In fact, when I'm super tired, I love binge watching old movies. The Tourist has Angelina Jolie and it has Johnny Depp. I don't know if I'm saying his name right. So that's a really good movie to watch. It's just like sometimes when I'm really tired, I don't want to watch a new movie. I actually want to go back to watch an old movie. So let me know if you're like me. If you prefer watching an old movie that you know you enjoyed when you're tired, or do you want to watch a whole new movie that requires you to concentrate or requires you to think a lot? So let me know that. My number 8 movie is a really cute movie. I love the storyline. It's called The Otherhood. It's basically 3 moms who haven't seen their kids in a while, and so they text their kids are grown, they're like their kids are like 30 or 40 30 year old, and the moms haven't seen their kids in a while. And moms like have this little mom group where they get together for Mother's Day and they do stuff. And it's actually like sad because like one of the moms actually would send herself letters and flowers on Mother's Day and initial it with her son's initials, just so the friends can know that she's not alone and like her son still cares for her. And so that's the whole, like, that's the movie. They're on this mission and they're like, you know what, we've put up with these kids for years and they can't even return a phone call, they can't even involve us in our lives, we're gonna go into their lives. And so they drive down to their kids and they just show up unannounced, and they basically try build a relationship with their kids again, or they try like basically impose. So it's a really nice movie, heartwarming. There's a lot of like cute scenes, and it's like, yo, you say that to your mom kind of scenes. My number 6 is Coffee and Karim. I want to say Karim because that's how we said in my home country. Well, not my home country, but I just want to say Karim. Basically, this is like a comedy. Taraji's in it. Taraji is dating this cop whose name is Coffee, and she has a son called Karim. And now the son is, guys, he's naughty. He's just like forward, like wants to do stuff, whatever. And so Taraji and her son are black and the cop is white. And long story short, the son and the cop, the son is like 12 years old and the son and the cop are clashing in a way. And so the son goes, with his naughtiness, he was trying to get his stepdad killed. But in that whole process, he became like, not friends, but he was looking for gangsters to kill his stepdad. And he witnessed the crime. So the stepdad was following the kid, and then the kid and the stepdad witnessed a crime, and so these gangsters are now looking for them. And that's where they formed this whole bond, because now the stepdad and the kid become like partners, because now the gangsters want them, long story short. So it's a very like, it's a cute action, it's an action movie. It's cute, there's like dry humor here and there, so I enjoy it. Once again, it's one of those movies where you can sit back and watch if you're expecting like to like laugh. I don't know, you'll get that, you will get that, but not like hilarious kind of, no, not like Sandra Bullock vibes. My number 5 is Marriage Story. Like, the reason why I say my number 5 is Marriage Story, it's because, first of all, if you're super sensitive or you've been through something like this, I don't know, actually, because I would say, and somebody who's been through something like this said, they couldn't watch it, they couldn't get through the whole movie, they had to turn it off because it just brought back so many memories. It has Scarlett Johansson and Adam Driver. I don't know Adam, but I know Scarlett Johansson. And so in this movie, it just shows like a marriage that's failing, and like the whole, like the beginning and where they start drifting apart. And once again, the name of the movie is A Marriage Story, and so it's just the whole story of marriage. And what I've learned from it, what I took away from it, that marriage is not a game. As fun as it is, like, I think Cinderella movies show you that marriage is like just this honeymoon, it's perfect, whatever. But it just shows you, for me as a single person, someone who's super single and someone who just desires to be married one day, it literally just gives me a guideline to say, like, first of all, watch out who you marry. Like, watch for who you marry. Second of all, like, don't just rush to get married because you want to get married. Like, take your time. Go into it knowing what you want to do. And even when you're in it, I'm not saying some people go into it not knowing what they want to do. They go into it and they get into it and they're like, actually this is not for them, or they realize they've married the wrong person. That's not my whole thing. My whole thing is like, this movie has opened my eyes to so much, and at the same time, I would say, don't think everyone's marriage is going to be like that. So don't also be afraid of marriage. That's what I'm saying. But my number 4 is Angel Has Fallen. It is a must watch. Watch it to get, like, to finish the story. Like, you can't watch 1 and 2 and then just leave it there. And if you're like me, if you love yourself some Gerard Butler, then hello. He's just so good looking. He's so good looking. But yeah, I'm so young. I know. He's old enough to be my dad, so I should stop looking that way. But yeah, so if you like some Gerard Butler, if you like that type of movie, it's such a good movie.
It also has Morgan Freeman and Jada Pinkett Smith, that's Will Smith's wife. In this movie, Gerard Butler, who is the president's bodyguard, like, he's known to be the best bodyguard for the president, he is framed. I'm not going to say about who, but he is framed, and you see, like, all the evidence is against him, and so he's on a mission to prove his innocence. And you also see, like, his family dynamic, so his wife, his kid, which he's had in first and second, but here his dad comes into play. Like, he goes to his dad, his dad helps him out, his wife gets death threats, and even just his colleagues that he's worked with for years, he gets to see where their loyalty lies, in the sense of, like, they believe that he actually did it, and he's like, he didn't do it, he was framed, but he literally goes on a mission, and his dad is the only one besides his wife and his kid who kind of like help him through the situation. So it's a really good movie. I would say the graphics are not really the best, but I really enjoyed it. It's a good movie, as I said in the beginning, to finish off if you've watched 1 and 2.
My absolute number 4. This movie is so sad. It's like just get your tissues next to you when you watch this movie. This movie is called Miracle in Number 7. It's on Netflix right now. It's actually super popular right now. It's about a mentally ill dad. So it's like this guy who's mentally ill, and he's wrongly accused of a murder, and he is absolutely in love with his daughter. So he has a little daughter and he's in love with her, and he's wrongly accused. So he's trying to balance being in prison and his kid, and you just see, like, even just the beginning, you just see him screaming because they stopped letting his daughter come into prison to see him. It's such, like, it's just one of those movies where it just touches your heart, and you're just like, wow, you know. I don't think it's true. I tried Googling it to find out if it's true. I don't think it's true, but at the same time, I stand to be corrected. But yeah, you guys should watch it. Okay. Take a deep breath. Take a nice deep breath. Because now we're getting to the really, really good ones. These 3 movies are like top. Like, there's movies and then there's movies. So my 3rd movie is The Sky is Pink. The Sky is Pink has Priyanka Chopra Jonas. I'm saying it right, Priyanka Chopra Jonas. And this movie is about like a mom. So she's a mom, she's a wife, and her daughter has this disease. And so before she was pregnant, and then her baby died, and then the time she gave birth, but her dad, the second baby, had the same disease, and they had to find money to like, had to try to raise money. They're from India, they don't have money. Then long story short, they moved to London. In London, they have to raise money to get their daughter healed, and their daughter actually does get healed and go through the process, and she lives for like 18 years, which is great. But it's such a beautiful story, and it's so sad though. Like when she died, I was just like, it's so sad. It is a true story, it really did happen. But honestly, it's like, it's one of the must-watch movies, in the sense of it teaches you to be grateful for life. You should be already, but like, you just follow the story of a daughter, and the story of the whole family, and like how the daughter's health affects their whole family. And you just see this mom and this dad like just pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. So yeah, I really enjoyed that movie. That was like a really good movie. Like there are moments where you just laugh and you want to be happy and you smile, and then there are moments where you like, it just takes a turn and you're like, wait, what? Number 2 is Brain on Fire. It has Chloe Grace Moretz, she's the main actor, and then it also has like Tyler Perry. It also has Tyler Perry and Carrie Ann Moss and Richard Antmos. Yeah. She's a normal 21-year-old who gets sick, and they don't know why. They don't know why she is getting sick. Literally, her brain is on fire. Literally. Well, not literally. There's no flames, but viruses, disease. And so there's just like this ups and down of them trying to solve like why she is getting sick. And this is a true story. It really happened. My absolute number one, like number one, is Badla. I hope I'm saying it right. Badla. This movie is honestly has such a good storyline. Like, it's a must watch. Like, if you haven't watched it, go and watch it now. It is a Bollywood movie, and don't switch off because I said Bollywood movie. Yes, it's a Bollywood movie, but they are subtitled. And
it's about a young businesswoman who finds herself in a hotel room with a dead body next to her. And so there's like a smart lawyer who comes in, and like she's on house arrest, and he tries to solve the case. Along the way, there was a guy that was murdered, and his parents, you also see his parents are out to find out the truth.
It's one of those movies where you can't miss a line. Like, I turned away. I was editing and watching it. I even stopped editing because I was like, nah, fam. Like, nah. The actors are so good. You feel like you there. And like, there's times where you're just like, nah. You feel sorry for the enemy. And then the enemy comes and bites you. And it's such a good movie. I would say go watch it. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and send me a message.